Welcome back to DMC Sports. We're going to talk about Ronald Acuna's epic try to get to 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases.
See what Dansby can do. Runner at first, nobody out in the first. Ronald's running, first pitch. Suzuki's throw, no chance. Welcome to the 2020 club, Ronald Acuna.
That ball is hit a ton to center field. Wow. Into the Braves bullpen, the second two-run home run of the inning.
As of this recording, he has not quite got there yet, but it's still up for grabs. So let's talk about what Mickey Mantle said about 40-40. This guy was a home run hitter, and he was really, really fast. He said, hell, if I knew 40-40 was going to be a big deal, I would have done it every year. Well, back in his day, it was a lot like today. Don't steal bases. Don't take an extra base. Wait for somebody to homer you in. That really was the way it was through the 50s and part of the 60s. It wasn't until the 80s that it was all about speed, defense, a lot less sluggers. The ballparks were bigger. So let's talk about the guys who have made it already. Acuna is trying, but who has made it? Let's see here. Let's start with 2006. Now, I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention in 2006, but Alfonso Soriano, I like this guy. He was a second baseman, turned into a left fielder when he went to the Cubs. He hit this sucker. He went 46 home runs, which is the most home runs any 40-40 player has ever hit, and 41 stolen bases. And this was with the Nationals, not with the Cubbies, not with the Yankees. It was later on in his career, 2006. And before that, who was it? Let's see here. Who could it be, people? That's right, Alex Rodriguez went 40-40. He hit exactly 42 home runs, but 46 stolen bases with the Mariners. 1998. 98. That's a long time ago. So it's not like this happens all the time. Just 2 years, though, before that, was the epic, the fast, the hard-hitting Barry Bonds. He did this in 1996, and he went 42 home runs, 40 stolen bases. That's a pretty good feat. This is before he supposedly, got a little jealous about the home run rankings in 98 and started packing on the power. But, what I really want to talk about is my guy, my favorite of all time, Jose Canseco, the first to do it, 40-40. He predicted, he goes, I'm going to do 40-40. It's the first time it's ever been done. That's not true. He actually said he thought 5 or 6 other players did it, but no one had done it for a long time. He just assumed Mantle did it. He assumed Mays did it. He assumed a lot of players did it. But he went out and hit 42 home runs, which is not too hard for him. He was a big-time slugger. Short, compact, strong, swing, and he stole 40 bases. He stole a lot of these bases being a smart base runner, paying attention.
He's leaning a little bit right now. He's running. There's the throw. Number 40. Jose Canseco, the first man ever in big league history to do it. And now he's asking the umpire if he can take that second base back. Now he's going to get it. He stole it. It's his. He's got it.
Height, 1988 of Jose Canseco. He was 2 years off being Rookie of the Year, and he said he was going to do it, and there it goes. He did it. Now, let's talk about guys who came close. Like Acuna may only be close. Let's just go back. Like I said, Jose assumed that Willie Mays did it. Willie Mays did not. He stole 40 bases several times. He hit 36 home runs in 1956. Did not quite make 40-40. It's really surprised he never made it, but stolen bases really weren't something that people really thought about, really wanted to get a bunch of. There's no 100, guys. There's all the speedsters that were doing it. The next guy on my list is the father of one of the other guys on the list that have actually done it. That's right. Bobby Bonds, 1973, hit 39 home runs, 43 stolen bases. He was so close. 39 and 43. It was so close. He just couldn't get it. He actually hit his last home run on September the 7th, I believe. He didn't hit any more for the rest of the year, but he got his 43 stolen bases. Still a career year for him. A very, very good player. Now, Some more common guys. This is an ex-Royal, ex-Met, ex-Yankee, ex-Astro. This guy, when he was actually between the Astros and the Royals in 2004, hit 38 home runs, 43 stolen bases. So close. So close. He was going for it, but they were in a pennant race. They were thinking about that, and just kind of went by the wayside, and he didn't quite get there. Now, this was somebody who I had no idea until I looked it up. I really didn't know that this guy hit almost 40-40. I mean, he was super close. That's right, Matt Kemp, 2011, 39 homers, 40 stolen bases. He is fast. He just got some power. That's a lot of power for him. Remember, he was a guy who thought he could hit 80 home runs in a year, and then he was injury prone after that. He was a player that never quite made it to his complete potential, but still a very good player. And then, of course, the last guy that I'm going to talk about that almost made it, Vladdy. The Vlad the Impaler. 2002. 39 home runs, 40 stolen bases, just like Matt Kemp. So close, Vladdy. You just didn't make it, bud. Sorry. You know, but what I'm thinking is, I'm looking at all these players that made it. How about all the guys that made it? I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot more than I thought. And we got Jose. And we got the Barry. And A-Rod. And Alfonso Soriano. Those are the guys that have done it. None of these guys are in the Hall of Fame. Only one, really, two guys deserve to be in, because of their stats. But, you know, they have some things holding over their head. So is it a curse to get 40-40? I mean, 40-40 is really impressive. Hitting a lot of home runs means you got to be a really good slugger. You got to get lucky a few times maybe if you're not a big slugger. And stolen bases are hard to come by anymore. They've been hard to come by since the 80s. Even 88, the stolen bases were going downward. But Jose was a guy who was still stealing bases. And so I'm wondering if Acuna ends up making this. This is a real, like I said, a Hall of Fame curse? Acuna's not going to make it. Maybe he does it 1 or 2 or 3, 4 or 5 times. Maybe he has something going on. Maybe there's a reason why he's hitting 40-40 this year. He is a leadoff man, and he's hitting 40 home runs. He didn't bat very well out of the leadoff spot. That's why he was back into the leadoff spot. So I don't know, guys. I'm wondering if it's a curse or not. Talk to me. What do you guys think about it? Comment in the comments below. And tell me what you think. If he's going to make it, if he's not going to make it. Is it a curse to make it? I mean, these other guys, out of the people who are really, really close, there's only 2 Hall of Famers. That's Vlad and, of course, obviously, Willie Mays. These are the only 2 guys that were close, and they made it to the Hall of Fame. But they didn't make it. So what about the guys? You know, is it a curse or is it not? It might be, people. I don't know. Tell me down below. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.